y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have a traveler's notebook process video for you. This is my summer traveler's notebook. I'm just not quite ready to be done with it. I know summer's done and it's supposed to just be a little mini album, and it's getting pretty thick already, but I am just going to continue documenting until I feel like I'm done with summer. So that's what we're doing. I have pictures today actually of one of my really good friends and I celebrating the first day of school, which maybe technically is in summer, but I don't care. It's a super cute picture, or two pictures of us. So I'm going to use those pictures. I have pulled out this die cut set, and you guys, I have no idea where it's from. Like, I'm just trying to use up some of my supplies. It has a little bit of a fall vibe, but it also has bright colors. I think it might be a Hip Kit Club set from the past. So anyway, I'm going to use some of these ephemera pieces, and then I do have some Hip Kit Club scraps and papers here that I will plan to use as well. I like to keep it simple in my traveler's notebook and just have fun with some of the elements. So I will link everything that I can find down below. Otherwise, let's go. If you are a mom, then you know there is nothing quite like the first day of school. It is a crazy mixture of excitement because you're pumped, your kids are headed out the door. You might be feeling a little sad. This year there was a lot of nerves just because it's been so long since they've been in person in kind of a more normal setting. So this is me and one of my really good mom friends celebrating the first day of school after we had dropped off our kids. We actually did brunch with our husbands, but they weren't into taking pictures. So we just took our pictures, and you guys, it was awesome to get to have a little quiet time and a little adult time. We really enjoyed it. So what I'm doing over there on the right, I'm going to use the white piece of paper as the base, and I am just picking up some different papers to layer. The colors that are on the left side are a couple different pinks and kind of an orangey peachy color, and so I'm going to go with that color scheme just for the whole thing. And I thought it was cute because our drinks were orange, so it kind of brought in that whole feel. So I'm tearing my paper as always. I love, love, love the texture of torn paper, especially this paper. This is a really thick paper I got from Hip Kit Club, and it just tears in these beautiful layers, and I just love how it works together. And then I'm going to layer these pink dots over the top because I think they're pretty beautiful. So I will use my tape runner and put all of those together, and then they will be over on all the way to the right, like over on the right side of my spread. I switched out tape runners. I was like, why am I wasting my Tombow? I'm going to use my adhesive tape glider for all of this big taping, and it's super strong too, so I really like it. Okay, trimming off the side because I want to make sure I get it lined up correctly on the side, because I've been infamous for thinking that I'll be able to just trim off the edge, like adhering it down, trim off the edge, and I didn't get it right, like didn't get it lined up right, if that makes sense. So all right, putting that down, and then I will just flip it over and trim off all of the excess, and that's kind of setting a color scheme over on the right side and bringing the two pages together with that color scheme. Okay, so with that done, then I will take my attention over to the left. I'm going to use some of this orange paper right here to mat my photo at the top, and I don't have enough of it to do both photos. So I want to do the photo of my friend on the bottom. I guess I do have enough to do both photos, but I wanted to do a different color. And I had to end up cutting down the picture on the bottom because I didn't have enough of the color that I was aiming for. So that'll be on the top. I'm going to look through my stash, see what I find. I have this yellow and I want to bring it. It's the little bit of yellow I have, and I have it peeking out over on the right, but I'll just cut off the little menu right here, and then it fits on perfectly. So I always like matting my photos. I know it might be a little bit old school, but I think it just really makes it look crisp and clean, and it's one of my favorite ways to just set your photo off from the rest of your spread is adding a matte. Sometimes I do it in white and black, but this time I loved the color and really wanted to embrace our colorful drinks. Okay, so all of the main elements are planned, and I have this paper that is interesting because I didn't know how I was going to use several sections of this particular paper. It has just phrases on it, and I love this one that says, this darling life, this photo. And I thought that was a fun way to kind of describe those photos that we had, and I will use that. I kind of cut it into its own little arch, and I'm going to not press it down all the way, because from behind that photo is where I'm going to have a bunch of these ephemera pieces coming out. There's a ton of florals in here that I thought were just beautiful, and I thought it'd be fun to have them kind of pasted or adhered behind and popping out of seemingly nowhere. I thought that would be a neat effect to highlight the title, or what I'm going to consider the title of this page. And I'll include florals over on the left side as well. Just again, bringing the two sides together, always very important. Now, some of these have a little bit of a fall feel, like fall foliage, and that doesn't really bother me. The colors are bright, and we are talking about the first day of school, so I think you're allowed to have a little bit of fall mixed in there as well. Okay, now that I have them in place, I'm very carefully trying to put, I'm putting the adhesive on the back. I didn't want to take them all out. I was happy with how they were situated. And so I'm trying to very carefully press them down into place and add adhesive from the back side, because I don't want to shift anything too much. And then this little pear is going to live over on that edge, but I'll bring my attention to that in a moment. First, let's adhere things down over here, starting with the photos first. Again, being generous with the adhesive, just because this is not in a page protector and I want to make sure it stays together. I'm seeing what else I can add. I love this. It's the little moments that matter. It's true. So I will get all of this adhered down. Next, the photo of my friend, and she'll be right there, and we'll do some florals, and then I'm going to use some double-sided foam to pop up the phrase, "It's the little moments that matter," and I will also use it to pop up that pear over on the right side. I do end up deciding before I pop it up, I'm going to put some string on the back. So I will add the adhesive, and then I will go grab some silver, like silvery white thread. It's kind of like an iridescent look, and I'll just wrap that around my fingers really fast just to give a little bit more texture. String is such a great thing to use in all of your projects because it adds a lot of interest. It adds a little movement even when you are adhering it gently. So I think it's really fun to add. You can't really see it in person, but it definitely shows, and you can't see it on camera, but it definitely shows up in person. Again, I just lightly twist it around my fingers and then put a little adhesive down on the paper and put that string in place. That is it for this particular traveler's notebook process. Let me know below what you thought. I like to keep it simple for my traveler's notebooks, so that's one of the pluses of this size of memory keeping. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I will link the supplies that I can find down below in the description box. Some of those are affiliate links. Just a heads up, it does not cost you any more, but it does go a long way to supporting this channel. I want to give a huge shout out to my Scrappy YouTube members. Thank you so much for your support. If you are interested in finding out more about Scrappy YouTube membership, some of the perks they receive, things like that, then make sure to click the join button below, or there's also a link in the description box that will take you to membership information. All right, as I am wrapping up the journaling on this spread, I hope that you have an absolutely fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.